into the headlines.
Kenya's horticulture sector goes high-tech to protect global markets. Scotland's red meat industry raises the bar on safety and trust. Brewing change. Data-driven innovation reshapes the tea industry. The rise of modern football stadiums.
Hello and welcome to Traceability TV News, your source for the latest updates on global traceability and safety concerns. I'm your host, Miriam Munyoki. Kenya is stepping up the fight against counterfeit and illicit medicines with a bold new initiative. The Pharmacy and Poisons Board has announced the piloting of the Pharmaceuticals Authentication and Traceability Program to secure supply chains in Kenya and Uganda. The system will track medicines from their entry point right to the pharmacy counter, ensuring patients receive safe and authentic drugs. Developed in partnership with international regulators, the program promises to curb illegal trade while streamlining public trust. Our reporter has more on how this new digital tool could change the face of pharmaceutical safety in the region.
At the heart of the pilot project is the Pulse Traceability Platform, a digital system designed to track human medicines across the supply chain. From border entry points to pharmacies, every batch will be monitored, creating a transparent digital trail that regulators can trust. The platform will allow consistent communication between supply chain partners, cutting off counterfeit drugs before they reach patients. The success of this system will depend on collaboration with stakeholders, ranging from ICT providers to logistics firms and even patients themselves. For Kenya, the move is a clear statement. Securing the pharmaceutical supply chain is not optional. It is essential for protecting lives. And for patients, it offers new confidence that the medicines in their hands are safe, authentic, and effective. Ronald Reagan, Traceability TV.
Kenya's horticulture industry, one of the country's top foreign exchange earners, is turning to technology to safeguard its place on the global stage. The National Horticulture Traceability System is a cloud-based platform designed to track produce from the farm right to international markets. Originally launched in 2016 with USAID support, the system was recently upgraded and relaunched in 2023 to meet rising global food safety concerns. With the use of barcodes, QR codes, and real-time records, the system promises greater transparency, accountability, and consumer confidence. Our reporter explains how this system is transforming horticulture from the fields of smallholder farmers to supermarket shelves abroad.
The National Horticulture Traceability System is rewriting the story of how Kenyan fruits and vegetables reach their consumers. Through its mobile app, extension workers can register farmers, capture GPS coordinates of their plots, and record every farming activity from planting to pesticide use. Our web portal then connects all stakeholders, while QR code and barcode labels give each crate or a batch a unique identity, tracing it back to the exact farm. The system is anchored in law under the Crops Act, requiring farmers and dealers to maintain accurate records of inputs, operations, and harvests. It also includes a framework for recalls, making it possible to withdraw unsafe produce quickly before it reaches the market. Agencies are integrated into the platform, from Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Services to Pest Control Products Board approving the agrochemicals. For Kenya, the push for traceability is driven by tough international market requirements, particularly in the European Union, where food safety is strictly enforced. In recent years, interceptions of Kenyan produce over pesticide residues has threatened the exports. But with NHTS, contaminated products can be identified, isolated, and withdrawn before damaging the country's reputation. The system also strengthens Kenya's competitiveness by assuring buyers of the safety and quality of its produce. Regina, Traceability TV.
The global tea industry, long rooted in tradition, is now entering a new era powered by data. A bold initiative called the Biodiversity Traceability Project is redefining how tea is grown, traded, and trusted. By combining sustainability practices with traceability systems, the project is helping farmers prove their commitment to the environment while boosting consumer confidence. From the farms where tea leaves sprout to the shelves where the packets are sold, every step can now be tracked and verified. The move promises not only greater transparency, but also a more sustainable future for the world's most beloved beverages. Our reporter has more on the story.
The Biodiversity Traceability Project is setting a new standard for tea production. Using digital tools such as barcodes, blockchain, and real-time data, tea can now be traced back to the soil where it was grown. Farmers are recording biodiversity-friendly practices, planting shade trees, protecting water sources, and cutting down on pesticides. Each step is logged, creating a verifiable record that assures buyers of genuine sustainability. For growers, this means better access to markets and the chance to earn higher prices for environmentally responsible farming. For the industry, it addresses long-standing concerns of deforestation, soil depletion, and chemical overuse. Consumers too are part of the story. With a quick scan, they can discover not just the origin of their tea, but how it contributes to biodiversity. It turns a simple cup into a conscious choice that supports both people and the planet. By linking transparency with sustainability, the project is strengthening trust in every leaf. Ronald Reagan, Traceability TV.
We're now taking a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more news updates after the break. When you buy fish, you want to know where it comes from, its quality, and ensure it is as fresh as possible. This requires everything to be done correctly from the start, placing huge demands on processes to ensure proper identification and labeling. The label provides crucial information like the date, quality, and origin of the fish. Global standards from GS1 are used for identification, with the box and its content identified by an SSCC and a JITIN, while the palate is also identified with an SSCC. Additionally, a GLN is used to identify where the fish comes from, where it is shipped, and where it is sold. By using GS1 standards, the fish can be traced through the entire supply chain, all the way to the consumer. Welcome to Traceability TV, your ultimate destination for all things traceability. We're the global platform that brings you the latest in traceability news, interviews, and live event coverage. From in-depth news updates to exclusive interviews, Traceability TV keeps you informed on the practices that are transforming industries worldwide. Our mission is simple: empowering organizations to achieve transparency, accountability, and sustainability throughout their supply chains. Our vision: a world where every product's journey is visible, ethical, and sustainable. At Traceability TV, we offer unparalleled opportunities for brand visibility. Feature your company, highlight your traceability solutions, and showcase your commitment to GS1 standards. Leverage our expertise to create high-quality advertisement videos that resonate with your audience, or sponsor a segment to position your brand as a leader in the traceability space. You can support us by partnering on special projects. Your contributions help us deliver more in-depth analyses and expand our global coverage. Traceability TV is more than just a channel, it's a movement. Join us in building a future where every product's journey is visible and trusted. Traceability TV. We trace it, you trust it. Scotland's red meat industry is making a major leap in supply chain transparency. Quality Meat Scotland, working with Scott EID, is set to launch a new traceability checker by the end of the year. This upgrade will replace the current PGI checker with a faster, clearer and more reliable platform. With daily data updates and a simple web-based design, it promises better assurance for farmers, processors and markets. Our reporter explains how this new system could strengthen the Scottish brand worldwide.
Quality Meat Scotland is upgrading its traceability tools to ensure confidence in Scotch beef and lamb. The new traceability checker, now under trial, will offer real-time access to data across markets. Unlike the old PGI checker, it's web-based, user-friendly, and refreshed daily, cutting delays and errors. QMS Brand Integrity Head Catherine Kerr says this is more than technology. It's about building trust across the supply chain. Scott's IED Scott McDowan agrees, noting the tool enhances assurance and credibility for Scotch products in global markets. The upgrade also impacts the Scotch Potential Eligibility Cattle Checker, with simpler ways to record animal movements via Scott Moves. For farmers, processors, and retailers, this change means great accuracy, efficiency, and transparency. And for consumers, the message is powerful. Every cut of Scotch meat comes with the guarantee of integrity. In an age where food safety and origin matters more than ever, Scotland is showing the world how traceability protects farmers, strengthens brand, and earns consumer trust. Because in the end, traceability is not just about cattle or systems, it's about securing the future of food. Rintai Luther, Traceability TV.
Paint adds beauty to our homes, schools, and workplaces, but behind the colors is a growing concern about quality, safety, and authenticity. Counterfeit and substandard paints, some containing dangerous levels of lead and other toxins, continue to find their way into the market. Now, industry experts are turning to traceability systems to ensure that every can of paint can be tracked, verified, and trusted. From raw pigments to the final brush stroke, data-driven traceability is bringing new accountability to the paint industry. Our reporter has more on how this bold step is coloring a safer future.
In the past, it has been difficult to know exactly what's inside a can of paint or where it came from. But traceability is changing that, giving manufacturers, regulators, and consumers access to detailed product histories. With barcodes and QR codes, every batch can be tracked back to its source, ensuring that raw materials meet safety standards and banned substances are not used. For regulators, this means faster monitoring and the ability to trace unsafe products and remove them quickly from the market. For manufacturers, it creates trust, proof that their paints meet both quality and environmental standards. And for consumers, a simple scan could reveal information about chemical composition, eco-certifications, and even recycling instructions. Experts warn that counterfeit paints not only damage walls, but also pose serious health risks, especially to children exposed to toxic chemicals. With traceability, the industry can fight back, protecting families and restoring confidence in what goes on our walls. Ronald Reagan, Traceability TV.
Welcome to Visibility Sports News. I'm your host Regan Getao. Today, we take a look at the rise of football stadiums around the world and how these structures are becoming more than just sporting venues. They are now symbols of pride, economic growth, and fun experience. Our sports correspondent brings us the story of football's new cathedrals.
From the humble community pitches of decades past to the dazzling arenas of today, football stadiums have grown in both size and significance. Modern venues like Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, Lusail Stadium in Qatar, and South Africa's Soccer City are pushing the boundaries of design and technology. They feature retractable roofs, giant LED screens, VIP lounges, museums, and in some cases, even shopping malls. Their impact goes far beyond the pitch, boosting tourism, creating jobs, and turning match days into city-wide events. In Africa, Kenya, Morocco, and Ivory Coast are among nations investing heavily in stadium infrastructure, hoping to attract global tournaments and showcase their footballing spirit. But while the glory of these arenas is undeniable, questions remain. How sustainable are they? Are they accessible to all fans? And can they balance the passion of the game with the pressure of commercialization? One thing is certain. Football stadiums are no longer just walls of concrete and grass. They are living monuments to the world's most popular sport. Rinta Luther, Traceability TV.
And that wraps up our news bulletin for the day. Stay tuned for an informative documentary. And as always, I've been your host, Miriam Munyoki, and this is Traceability TV. In the arid and semi-arid lands of northern Kenya, livestock is more than just an economic asset. It's a way of life. For pastoralist communities, cattle, sheep, and goats represent not only wealth but also social status, cultural identity, and a critical means of survival. But this vital resource has become the spark of a deadly conflict. Banditry, cattle rustling, and violent raids have long plagued the region, with pastoralists, local security forces, and even civilians caught in the crossfire. As Kenya grapples with these deep-rooted challenges, one question arises: could livestock traceability hold the key to restoring peace? The potential of this technology goes far beyond simple tracking. By embedding traceability into livestock farming, we may not only be securing the future of the industry, but also creating a pathway to resolve long-standing conflicts that have ravaged communities for decades. Imagine a system where each animal is assigned a digital identity at birth. Through electronic tagging, radio frequency identification chips, or GPS-enabled collars, livestock can be traced across borders, from grazing fields to markets. Their movements, health status, and ownership can be tracked and updated in real time, creating a transparent, verifiable chain of custody for every head of cattle. But how does this translate into conflict resolution? At the heart of cattle rustling is the anonymity of stolen livestock. Once cattle are taken, they are often driven across vast distances, mixed with other herds, and sold in distant markets where their origins cannot be easily verified. This creates a thriving black market for stolen livestock and fuels the violence that pastoralists endure. However, with traceability, stolen cattle would become much harder to sell. Digital records would allow law enforcement and community leaders to identify stolen animals, track their locations, and apprehend the thieves. This could significantly reduce the profitability of cattle rustling and act as a deterrent for would-be bandits. The political dimensions of livestock theft are undeniable. Banditry is not only an economic crime, but also a tool used to stir ethnic tensions and disrupt local governance. Political leaders in pastoralist regions face immense pressure to deliver security and stability. Yet, progress has been slow. The Kenyan government has implemented various peace initiatives over the years, but the lack of accountability and the fluid nature of livestock movements have hindered lasting solutions. But this is not just a Kenyan issue. In countries like Botswana and Namibia, livestock traceability has been used to promote peace and security, reduce theft, and enhance the value of livestock in the market. These countries have shown that with political will and international collaboration, the technology can work, even in challenging environments. Kenya now stands at a similar crossroads, with an opportunity to take bold steps towards a more peaceful future. Organizations like GS1, the International Livestock Research Institute, and the Food and Agriculture Organization are already leading the way in designing and implementing traceability systems for agriculture and livestock worldwide. By partnering with these global experts, the Kenyan government could build a system tailored to the country's unique needs. This would include robust databases, secure digital platforms, and real-time data sharing among government agencies, local authorities, and law enforcement. But the benefits don't stop there. Traceability also has the potential to enhance livestock health management and boost Kenya's agricultural economy. By recording health data and monitoring animal movements, traceability can help control the spread of diseases, improve food safety, and provide critical data to policymakers. This, in turn, could strengthen Kenya's ability to access international markets, where traceable livestock products are often in high demand. For pastoralists, the system would not only bring security, but also create new economic opportunities. With the ability to prove the provenance of their livestock, pastoralists could command higher prices at the market and build a reputation for high-quality, disease-free animals. This would help lift entire communities out of poverty and reduce the economic incentives for banditry and theft. But, for all its potential, implementing a livestock traceability system will not be easy. Challenges such as infrastructure development, internet connectivity in remote areas, and the cost of tagging every animal must be addressed. That's why partnerships between the government, the private sector, and international organizations will be crucial. GS1's expertise in developing traceability solutions could be invaluable in navigating these challenges, providing Kenya with a scalable and sustainable system that can adapt to the realities on the ground. Ultimately, traceability offers a unique opportunity to change the narrative for Kenyan pastoralist communities. By combining technology with peace-building efforts, it has the potential to reduce banditry, enhance security, and bring hope to regions long forgotten by development. Could this be the solution Kenya has been waiting for? As the country looks to modernize its livestock industry, the answer may lie in the power of traceability. Kenya's pastoralists deserve more than just security. They deserve peace. And through livestock traceability, they just might find it.